I'm here every 4 to 6 months. It's not only going to help people with progeria, it's going to help a lot of other people live a lot longer if they find out how to slow down or stop what it is that I have. If it's rapid aging that they're slowing down, they're going to be able to do that for a lot of other people. So I'm happy to go out with a bang.
Tiffany Wedekind continues to take the world by storm and hopes to make a difference in the lives of others.
Rapidly living to me means doing, when I think of something that I want to do, I do it. I figure out how to do it. Progeria does not even come into my mind of, oh, I might not be able to do that because of. No, I just figure out how to do it. I have a rapid aging disease.
We first introduced you to Tiffany back in November. At 45 years young, Tiffany is believed to be the oldest person living with progeria. She was diagnosed at 31 with a rare genetic disorder that causes people to age faster than usual.
I had a couple that saw my story on your news channel and drove 2 hours just to come meet me and buy some stuff from my shop. That just really, it tickles me. I love meeting new people.
Tiffany was born and raised here in the Columbus area, and ironically, one of the top leading geneticists and researchers for progeria and other rare disorders and diseases is right here at Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus.
She just walked into my life, her and her family.
Dr. Kim McBride, a clinical geneticist at Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus, diagnosed Tiffany more than a decade ago while treating her brother, Chad.
So that progerin protein, we can maybe try and find that progerin.
Dr. McBride said when he first met Chad, he had a sinking feeling that he had progeria.
I didn't know which one. Again, there's multiple types, right? And for someone who's in his 30s, you don't normally think of Hutchinson-Gilford. As you guys covered in your previous story, you know, most people don't make it out of teenage years.
Talk about like skin biopsy.
Dr. McBride consulted with other medical experts who conducted further tests. They also started looking at Chad's family, Tiffany, her older brother, and their parents to help pinpoint exactly what was going on.
Do you think it started with her mom?
It may have started even earlier. Really? So we talk about some people in earlier generations going, yeah, I know my great-grandmother, she was like 4.5 feet tall, going, maybe there was something there.
Yeah.
You just don't know what to expect, right? In Tiffany's family's case, it's unique. So no one has exactly this same change. There's very few people who also have the what we'd call a milder form of this. So we're talking perhaps only a couple percent. So a couple percent of 1 in a million, you start thinking that this is probably unique in the world.
After analyzing samples from Tiffany, her mom, her father, and other brother, and looking at pictures from their extended family, they were able to pinpoint that it was a form of progeria called Hutchinson-Gilford syndrome.
Her mom also was living with the same condition, but she's got milder disease than Tiffany does, and obviously milder than Chad, who passed away in his 30s.
Researchers say progeria affects 1 in 20 million people around the world. Dr. McBride was so intrigued by Tiffany's family, he decided to do a report on them in hopes of expanding treatment and raise awareness for those living with progeria.
One of the things to learn about diseases is what actually happens, and something that's really, really rare, you just don't know what to expect, right? Because there's not enough people out there who have it. So it's like creating this catalog.
Dr. McBride says that currently there is not a cure for progeria, but there are medications being tested to help slow down the progression, but they can also be very hard on the body.
I was on that trial. We found that I was just not a good fit for me. And I was having too many side effects and then having to take things to counteract those side effects. And I just decided that my quality of life was much better than my quantity.
What fascinates you about Tiffany's case?
It's one of those things where you really want to go all out for someone like that, right? So you're saying, you know, we need to try and do the best we can. We need to try and figure this one out. So she's a real inspiration.
Tiffany and Dr. McBride share a very unique bond and hope their teamwork will truly make a difference for those living with progeria.
I'm hopeful that they can find treatment, if not a cure. Science is amazing. And the right people behind that science makes it magic. I think.
Like Dr. McBride.
He's magical.
Ooh, this one's pretty. Tiffany says she sees Dr. McBride pretty often, several times a year, depending on what's happening with her.
If I can change someone's outlook, even if it's for a brief moment, I'm happy. That makes me happy. I want to do more of it.
Can you get Chad's?
Stephanie Schaefer, Fox 8 News, Columbus.